Hey, it's Evelina. Welcome back. Today we're talking about something crucial. How to actually move forward when anxiety has you completely stuck, when panic is constant, when symptoms won't stop, when it feels like nothing will ever help you, when there's no light at the end of the tunnel. If that's where you are right now, this video is for you. Because I've been there, I suffered from panic disorder for over 10 years. And I promise you, this is not a life sentence. You can break free from this. But here's the truth. Most people stay stuck because they're either doing nothing or they're doing the wrong things. Let me show you what actually works. So you're in that place right now. Constant anxiety, panic attacks. You can't work, you can't focus, you can't enjoy anything. You're trembling all day. Your heart is racing, you're dizzy, nauseous. You can't eat without feeling sick. You're monitoring your heartbeat constantly. Checking your blood pressure, obsessing over every sensation. Your thoughts are spiraling. You think you're going crazy or dying or that this will never end. What do? Here's the first step, and it's the hardest one. You have to accept this state. I know what you're thinking. How can I accept this? How can I accept feeling this terrible? It seems impossible. You wake up shaking, adrenaline flooding your system. You can't eat solid food. Maybe you blend it just to get something down. And if you don't throw it up, that's a win. How can you accept that? Here's what you need to understand. Right now, in this moment, this is as bad as it gets. It might get slightly worse, it might get slightly better, but this right here, this is your baseline. And if you do nothing about it, this is how you'll feel. Constantly. Now here's the hard truth. If you've been suffering for months or years and nothing has changed, you're either doing nothing or you're doing the wrong things. Because when you do the right things, you see results immediately. Not in months, not in years, immediately. So if you've been stuck for months with no improvement, something needs to change. Let me tell you what's actually happening. You feel the anxiety, the physical sensations, the racing heart, the trembling, the dizziness. And immediately you think, this is wrong, this shouldn't be happening. Something is seriously wrong with me. So you panic about the panic, you start monitoring, checking, trying to control it. And that's the trap. Because the more you try to control anxiety, the worse it gets. You're not just anxious anymore. Now you're anxious about being anxious. You've doubled your anxiety. The original anxiety came from stress, from your thoughts, from life circumstances. But now, the anxiety you feel every day, that's mostly your reaction to the anxiety. You're fighting it, resisting it, trying to make it stop, and that resistance is what keeps it alive. Here's the paradox. The more you fight anxiety, the stronger it becomes. But when you stop fighting it, it starts to fade. Now, before we go further, you need to rule out medical causes. I don't care how scared you are. I don't care how bad you feel. Go get checked out. MRI of your brain, heart ultrasound, EKG, thyroid hormone levels and ultrasound, kidneys, adrenal glands. Check everything. And when all those tests come back normal, when the doctors tell you you're physically healthy, you need to believe them. If it doesn't sink in the first time, get tested again. If it still doesn't sink in, get tested 10 times. Whatever it takes. Because if you don't do this, you'll always have that voice in your head saying, but what if they missed something? What if there really is something wrong with my heart? What if I have a brain tumor? That doubt will sabotage everything, so get tested. And when the results are clear, accept them. You're physically healthy. This is a psychological problem, and psychological problems have psychological solutions. Okay, so you're physically healthy, the anxiety is real, but it's not dangerous. Now what? Now you practice acceptance. And here's what acceptance actually means. You wake up, you're trembling, your heart is racing, you feel terrible. And instead of panicking about it, instead of trying to make it stop, you acknowledge it. Okay, this is my anxiety. This is how I feel right now. And that's okay. You're not trying to fix it. You're not trying to control it. You're just allowing it to be there. This is your reality right now. This is the worst it's going to be. You're not going to die from this. No one has ever died from anxiety. You're not going to go crazy. No one has ever gone insane from anxiety. You might think you can't handle it. But you can. And you will. No, because here's the thing. If you do nothing, if you keep fighting this, you can live with this anxiety for your entire life. It won't kill you. It won't shorten your lifespan. It will just make you miserable. So accept it. This is your baseline. This is your starting point. And from here, the only direction is up. Here's what most people do wrong. They feel the anxiety and they stop everything. They can't go to work. They can't leave the house. They can't do anything because the anxiety is too overwhelming. But that's the trap. The more you avoid, the stronger the anxiety becomes. You start avoiding more and more situations. Your world shrinks and the anxiety grows. So here's what you do instead. You feel the anxiety, you acknowledge it, and then you do what you need to do anyway. You get up, you wash your face, you force yourself to eat something. You get dressed, you do it despite the anxiety. Not after the anxiety is gone, despite it. You go to work even though you're anxious. You drive even though you're scared. You do the things you've been avoiding, and yes, it's hard. Really hard. You're doing everything through a fog of fear. But here's what happens. The anxiety starts to lose its power. Because you're proving to your brain that the anxiety isn't dangerous. That you can function even when you're anxious. And slowly the anxiety starts to fade into the background. Let me explain why this works. Your anxiety is a feedback loop. You feel anxious. You focus on it. Your brain interprets that focus as, this is important. This is dangerous. So your brain amplifies the anxiety. To keep you alert, to keep you safe. You focus on it more, your brain amplifies it more. It's a cycle. But when you stop focusing on it, when you redirect your attention to something else, your brain gets a different message. Oh, I guess this isn't that important. I guess we're safe. And the anxiety starts to quiet down. Not because you fought it, but because you stopped feeding it with your attention. Now, I'm not saying you should use alcohol or pills to numb the anxiety. Alcohol might help temporarily, but the next morning, it's all back. And pills? They might take the edge off, but they don't fix the problem, because eventually you'll have to come off the pills. And when you do, you'll be right back where you started, except now you've wasted months or years avoiding the real work. The real work is this: learning to live with anxiety without fighting it, learning to function despite it. And as you do that, the anxiety naturally fades. Here's what acceptance looks like in practice. You wake up, you're shaking, your heart is pounding. Old you, oh no, not again. Why is this happening? I can't handle this. I need to make it stop. New you. Okay, I'm anxious. This is uncomfortable, but it's not dangerous. Let's get up anyway. You get out of bed, you're still anxious, you wash your face. Still anxious, you eat breakfast. Still anxious, but you're not fighting it. You're just letting it be there while you do what you need to do. And something shifts. The anxiety is still there, but it's not consuming you anymore. It's more like background noise, annoying but manageable. And over time, as you keep doing this, the background noise gets quieter and quieter. Let me give you another example. You need to go somewhere. The grocery store, work, wherever. Old you, I can't go. What if I have a panic attack? What if I lose control? I'll just stay home. New you. I'm anxious about going. That's normal, but I'm going anyway. You get in the car, your hands are shaking, your heart is racing, but you don't turn back. You don't try to calm yourself down. You just drive. And yes, it's uncomfortable. Really uncomfortable. But you do it. And you survive. And the next time, it's a little easier, and the time after that, even easier, because you're teaching your brain. Anxiety is uncomfortable, but it's not dangerous. Here's the key insight. Your anxiety isn't the problem. Your reaction to the anxiety is the problem. You feel anxious and you think, this is wrong, this shouldn't be happening. I need to fix this. And that reaction creates more anxiety. But when you feel anxious and you think, this is uncomfortable, but it's okay. I can handle this. That changes everything. You're not adding fuel to the fire. You're just letting the fire burn itself out. Now let me address something important. Some of you are thinking, but my anxiety is so severe. Other people have it easier. No, we all feel it the same. The difference isn't the intensity of the anxiety. The difference is how much you focus on it. When you're completely consumed by it, when you're monitoring every sensation, it feels unbearable. But when you let it be there without focusing on it, it becomes manageable. So don't tell yourself your anxiety is worse than everyone else's. Don't create a hierarchy of suffering. We're all in the same boat. The only difference is how we respond. Let me tell you what happened to me. For years, I fought my anxiety. I tried to control it, make it stop, fix it, and it destroyed me. I couldn't eat without feeling nauseous. I'd eat something and immediately feel like I was going to throw up. I couldn't sleep. I'd lie awake for hours, trembling, my mind racing. I couldn't work, I couldn't socialize, I couldn't do anything. My entire life revolved around managing my anxiety, and nothing worked until I stopped fighting. I woke up one day feeling terrible as usual, and instead of panicking, I just thought, okay, this is how I feel, and I'm going to live my life anyway. I got up, I ate breakfast, I went for a walk, and I was still anxious, but I wasn't fighting it anymore. And that's when things started to change. The anxiety didn't disappear overnight, but it stopped controlling me. I could function even when I was anxious. And as I did that, the anxiety gradually faded into the background. Today, I still feel anxious sometimes, but it doesn't run my life anymore, because I've learned to let it be there without fighting it. Here's what I want you to take away from this video. Number 1, get medically checked out. Rule out physical causes, and then trust those results. Number 2, accept that anxiety is your current reality. Stop fighting it. Stop trying to control it. Number 3, do what you need to do despite the anxiety, not after it's gone, despite it. Number 4, redirect your attention away from the anxiety. Focus on what you're doing, not how you're feeling. Number 5, be patient. This takes practice. But if you do it consistently, you will see results. And those results won't take years. You'll feel a difference within days or weeks. Look, I know this sounds simple. And in theory it is. But in practice, it's the hardest thing you'll ever do. Accepting anxiety when you're in the middle of a panic attack? That's brutal. But it's also the only way out. Because fighting anxiety is what keeps it alive. And accepting anxiety is what lets it fade. So try it. Just once. The next time you feel anxious, don't fight it. Don't try to make it stop. Just acknowledge it. Let it be there. And do what you need to do anyway. And see what happens. I think you'll be surprised. If this video helped, subscribe for more. I share real solutions for anxiety, panic attacks, and everything that comes with it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.